And then finally, you get Euripides. So Euripides is born the same year as the Battle of Salamis. The legend has his parents conceiving him as they are sheltered in a cave during the Persian attack.
By the way, we should mention, since you've mentioned the Battle of Salamis twice now.
Yes.
This is part of what's called the Persian War. This is the other battle besides the big one at Thermopylae that everyone's heard of.
Yep, that's right.
You know, the Gates of Fire.
Yeah, well, Marathon too.
Yeah, exactly. So the Persian, I mean, people should know that the Persian War for the ancient Greeks, in some ways, was for them like acting out the Trojan War. Like it was that big of a deal in terms of, and it was the thing that they were never going to stop talking about. Like, look at us. We turned away the Persians, which was a huge feat because the Persian army was terrifyingly large.
That's
like
right.
Probably hundreds of thousands, which is in one of the largest armies ever massed in human history. And there's no way that the Greeks should have ever been able to win that war. But if they had not, probably we wouldn't be talking about all this stuff, and we wouldn't have these plays, and Western culture would have been a very, very different thing. So I just want to put that out, that people need to understand that these are huge, huge events that are kind of shaping the lives of these playwrights.
Yeah, I think that's a kind of a generally accepted sort of old school history argument that goes back to, I'm not saying, I mean, I like a lot of old school things. I'm not saying, I do sort of like wonder, I don't know. I think that Hellenic culture was infectious enough. I kind of wonder if it would have been fine eventually, but I don't know.
Okay, not to go too far off on this tangent, but I will say this. We would not have had Athenian democracy, which I think Athenian democracy is the particular context in which this set of culture comes about.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, certainly there was a lot of other Greek stuff going on, absolutely. But Athenian democracy, I mean, it's nothing like it's mostly not like our democracy. But it created a certain cultural container that allowed all kinds of interesting stuff, including these plays. So
and Athenian democracy did not last very long, actually. But it put the kind of resources towards. I mean, part of the reason that the stuff, for instance, as you mentioned, the stuff about the Trojan War, part of the reason that was so interesting to Athenians, which is what, I mean, people were reading Homer everywhere, but it's mainly in Athens that it was actually being like preserved. And part of the interest in that was very much this: hey, we just fought this huge war against the East, like Asia, and we won. And our ancestors a long time ago, they fought a war against Asia and they won. And so like people get interested in this sort of thing.